Today has been a humongous day for Jurassic World news. Not one, not two, but three fairly prominent pieces of news breaking primarily over on Twitter. I fought Twitter for a long time, but Twitter, it turns out, is very, very important. Let's get straight in with what is by far the biggest news, and full credit to Swerve, I'm sure most of you know as another dino YouTuber, for, as far as I can tell, being the first one to find the following two quotes. This is from the Jurassic World Evolution, as far as I can tell, Instagram account. And this is a response to two separate people. So the first one says, "We're sorry to hear that." I'm assuming this is someone complaining about the game, because that's what people do. "We hope you enjoyed the game while you played it, and found what you were looking for in your future gaming endeavours." It's all very noble. "We can confirm the team is hard at work on something new, and we'll have more to share later this year." Let's just go ahead and highlight that little bit right there, shall we? Lovely stuff. And we'll just check the second one as well. Brian Fresh Memes. "This is not the end. We can confirm that the team is hard at work on something down in the labs, and we look forward to sharing more about it later this year." I mean, I don't know. So, I don't quite know how to respond to this. As far as I can see, there are four possible ways to take this, as in, what does this news mean? Option one is that the social media intern got a little bit too big for their britches and decided to post some crazy nonsense on Instagram. I'm not saying that's the likely one, I'm just saying it's a possibility. The second is that whilst it sounds like they're teasing more content for Evolution, maybe they're teasing content for a different game altogether. Frontier are working on about 25 billion games right now. However, the fact that this is being tweeted by the actual Jurassic World Evolution account, it's not being tweeted by a Frontier account, does make me strongly suspect it is Jurassic World Evolution associated. So there's that. So the third option is, of course, that this is Jurassic World Evolution DLC. Now, I find that slightly less likely than the fourth option, which I think we can see what that would be. But that's just because Jurassic World Evolution has a complete mode. The game's been done for nearly a year. Now, it did just come into Game Pass, which would definitely get a lot more people onto it and a lot more players, potential players, to play DLC. There's a chance Frontier saw this huge influx of people playing the game for the first time, and one of the reasons to put your game on Game Pass is because nobody's buying the base game anymore, but maybe you can now start flogging DLC to people who otherwise wouldn't have bought it at all. So that's interesting. But it doesn't seem super likely. The other possibility is, of course, that this is a crossover of some form with Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, and it is going to be a Camp Cretaceous DLC, or a Dominion DLC like we have with the Fallen Kingdom DLC, stuff like that. That's definitely a possibility. Given it's being shared later this year though, Dominion crossover seems unlikely. Dominion's not out till mid next year. The fourth option then, and definitely the most exciting option, is that what they're going to showcase and what they're teasing here is Jurassic World Evolution 2. A game that we've long possibly talked about. A game that I always thought was likely to come out this year, and I defended that for a long time. Now, both the pandemic and, of course, mainly, I would say, the delay of Jurassic World Dominion would be the big reason that that's kind of been pushed back away. But, I mean, it certainly suggests something's on the way, and it certainly suggests it's evolution focused, or at the very least a new Jurassic. It might not be called Jurassic World Evolution 2, but you'd call it Jurassic World Big Forward Progress in Science Solution. I don't know another name for evolution, but you know what I mean. It could be something, not necessarily Evolution 2, but another name in the same sort of area. Brian Fresh Memes, breaking new boundaries. The team is hard at work at something. We look forward to sharing more about it later this year. Now, if I had to guess, Frontier has a particular fondness for Gamescom, which is a game developer conference. It's a pretty cool one. That's held in Germany every year. In around July to August, if I remember correctly. I did go, so I should remember, but I don't, quite frankly. But it's held in around July to August. So maybe that's the point where if we're going to hear anything, that's what we're going to hear. My bet would actually be more on a sequel than DLC, personally, given the timing and how long Evolution's gone without DLC. It's not been a year, it's been like a year and a half nearly, so I don't know, guys. I'm kind of stunned. I really am. That this is not. They're never this public about any piece of information at all. So we need to grasp it whilst it's here. It's all very crazy stuff. It really is. I don't know how I feel in my heart. It's a confusing day, but potential here for new Jurassic World Evolution content at the very least, if not more. I don't think this is full confirmation that Evolution's getting content. I think, given its frontier, etc., there's a chance that this is them hinting at working on other games entirely, stuff like that, because that's kind of the nature of social media communication, but it's pretty damn good, I'll say that much. So again, credit to Swerve for finding these really good stuff. Yeah, get hype, basically. I'll see you later tonight for more news. Actually, in like an hour, because I'm like way behind on all the news because I was asleep, so I'm just gonna kind of like bang these up super quickly. But this is the big piece. Enjoy.
Houston, if you're ready, we'll maneuver. Reaching out.